Hello viewers, I am Jyoti from Department of Computer Science. Today we are going to see about inline function. So to know about what is inline function, first let us see an example and then we can move on to the definition and other important concept about inline function. So let us take this example. So in this example we have one main function and another function which is defined as square. If we notice clearly, the first function, main function, has a return type void and this square function has the return type int. In addition to this, you can see the keyword inline. So a function which is defined with the keyword inline is called as inline function. This is first thing. So what this function do? So here we are giving a value x. So x is an argument passed to this function square. And what the function is doing? It is returning x into x. So when we call square of x, then it will do x into x. So when we call this square function within our main function, square of a, this will do a into a. This square of b will do b into b. So you all know that when we write this C++ program, first we have to compile, after that we have to run the program. So during compilation, the compiler will convert the program into zeros and ones. You all know this. And during runtime only, it executes the instruction one by one. So during compilation itself, this inline function can be expanded. So we call this function as an inline function. So this inline function can be expanded inline. So in the place of a square of a, it substitutes the statement a into a. Similarly, in the place of square of b, it substitutes the line b into b. So during compilation itself, this line can be expanded. So at the runtime, it has only the main function. So it executes only the main function. So in the main function, so first it assigns a equal to 100, b equal to 200. Then you can get the message simple inline function example program in C++. This line you can get as output. Then the square value for a will get like this. For a, instead of a, the value of a is displayed. Then here itself the statement says that a into a. So it multiplies the value a by a and produces a result as 10,000. Similarly, in the next line says that print square value of the value of b. So square value of 200 is, here the statement is b into b. So it is multiplying the value of b by b. So 200 into 200 you will get the 4000 value. So it at the runtime it is executing only the main function. There is no need to execute this function at runtime. So this concept you have to keep in mind. That is, inline function is a function which has the keyword inline in the function definition. That is one thing. Second thing, the statement of this function is expanded inline during compilation in the function where it is called. So here the main function only calling the square. So in the place of the function call, it substitutes the value. So the two things you have to keep in mind. So no need of switching over from main function to sub function. So when this function is not a inline function, what the compiler can do, it compiles the entire coding, that is it translates the entire program into zeros and ones at the runtime. This main function is executed one by one, and in the place of square of a, if the function is not defined as inline, then it has to jump from the main function to the sub function. So in order to moving from this task to this task, it has to store whatever it is doing at present into a temporary storage. We call it as a stack. So it holds all the, it stores all the values which are used in the main function into a stack, and after that it also has to find where the control has to return. So to which address it has to return, that it has to store it into a stack. After that only it has to move to user defined function. After doing the task in this user defined function, once again it has to retrieve whatever placed in the stack. So it is preserving a stack. Within that it holds all the values used in the main function. So at the time of returning, it has to get all the values from the stack and then continue its task. So it has to move from main function to sub function, and then while moving it has to place all the values in the stack, then it has to return to the sub function. After completing the sub function, it has to get all the values from the stack and it has to return back to the main function. So this will take too much of time, and also it has to hold the values into a stack. So this is a overhead. So it is a difficult task in doing sub function. But when it is defined as inline, no need of switching from main function to sub function, and also no need of preserving the values in the stack. So this concept you have to clearly understand. So what I said in this example, when a function is defined with the keyword inline, then it is termed as inline function. So when an inline function is given, then where this function is called, in that location the task or action that the function can do will be substituted. So in the place of square of a, it is substituting the statement a into a. In the place of square of b, it is substituting the value b into b. So the actual line is expanded inline. So in the compilation itself, the statements are replaced, statements are substituted, or statements are expanded. So during runtime, no need of jumping from main function to sub function. So the movement can be reduced. So this you have to clearly understand. Now let us move on to the definition. So inline functions are a C++ enhancement feature. So improved feature, it is a improved feature. The main feature is to increase the execution time of the program. So there is no need of switching over from main function to sub function, no need of holding the value into the stack. So this increases the speed of the program. So here compiler can replace the definition, function definition at compile time. So a function with the keyword inline is a inline function. You can also add this statement. A function with the keyword inline is called as inline function, which is used to increase the execution time of the program. Here compiler can replace the function definition at compile time. So how to make the function inline? So to make a function inline, we have to use the keyword inline. So let us see this example here. A definition for class A is given. So a class is defined with the name A, and it has the member function add, which has two arguments A and B. And this add method is defined outside the class using the scope resolution operator. In addition to this, it has the keyword inline. So this add is a inline function. When this class is used in the main function, so an object for A is suppose defined as object, then this function can be called using that object only. So object dot add, when we call this function as object dot add of, say for example 10 comma 20. So object dot add of 10 comma 20, when the statement is used in the main function, immediately this function will be replaced by 10 plus 20. So this line of statement can be expanded in the calling function during compilation itself. The keyword inline is important. So why we use this inline function? So as I said earlier, for a normal function call, it has to hold the values required for the function into a stack, and also the returning address into the stack. So after holding everything, the control has to move to the subfunction. After executing the function code, it has to return the value to the main function. Then it has to retrieve the address where the function has to return. It has to retrieve the address from the stack, and then after getting it, it has to move on to the called function. Say if the main function is calling the subfunction add, so it has to preserve all the value into the stack and also the address where the function has to return. After that only it can move to the add function. After doing the add task, it has to get back all the values which are stored in the stack and then return to the main function. During runtime only this task is done, and it will take too much of time. Whereas if the inline function is used, then the compiler replaces the function call with the function code itself. So where add of 10 comma 20 is used, in that location it replaces the code as 10 plus 20. It does not have to jump to another location to execute the function. So these two reasons we are using this. So the code can be replaced at the compilation time and need not jump to another location to execute the function. So for these two purposes we are using this inline function. So advantages. So first advantage, so no need of using the stack for holding the value, pushing or popping, no need of using stack. Then it speeds up the program. Since it is replaced during compilation time, the runtime can be speeded up. Then it saves the overhead of variable. So pushing the values which are required in the calling function, that is not needed here. So it saves overhead of variables. Then it saves overhead of return call. So after executing the function, it has to return to the main function. So in that time it has to retrieve all the value from the stack. So no need of all these things. So it saves overhead of return call from the main function. It increases the performance of program. Since it is used as a expanding function, so compilation time itself it is expanded. So the performance of the program can be increased. So these are the some of the advantages. Then disadvantage, if you change the code, the main drawback is if you do any changes in the inline function, if you do any changes in the inline function, you need to recompile the program. So you cannot directly execute it. You have to once again recompile the program and then you can execute the program since the program is changed. Then next disadvantage is the size of the executable file increases. So the compiler replaces wherever the function call is present, so it will increase the size of the program. So the size of the program is increased here because suppose if I use the inline function in 3 location, so it substitutes a 3 call with the actual program code. So the inline function has at least 2 lines, then 3 into 2 in the main function at least 6 lines will be increased. So the size of the file is increased. Then if you use more number of inline function, then automatically the speed of the program will be reduced. It is not useful for large size function. So only small size function we can use it as a inline function. It is not suitable for large size function. So these are the disadvantages of inline function. Then you are familiar with this syntax. So the first line word is inline, then it can contain return type, then function name, parameter 1 comma parameter 2, like that you can give any number of parameters. Then this is the body of the function. So this is the general syntax, and this program we have already seen. Our second example program of inline function. Here we have defined the function cube as inline function. So the keyword inline says that cube function is a inline function. It returns the float value and it uses argument x of float type. So the function is defined as x into x into x. So when we use this cube function within our program, it replaces the value as val1 into val1 into val1. Similarly, the second call replaces val2 into val2 into val2. So when you compile this program, at the time this statement is replaced here. So when we execute this program, so there is only a one function, a main function, and this function is already replaced in the compile time. So at runtime it is going to execute only the main function. So in this main function we have defined two variables, val1 and val2. Then this statement will display the message enter two values. Then this statement will receive two values. So we are giving the first value 5. This value is passed to val1. Then second value we give 3. This is passed to val2. Then this statement will be displayed as cube value of val1 is 5 into 5 into 5. So it is 125. Then next statement, cube value of val2 is 3 into 3 into 3. This is 81. So we will get the result like this. This is about inline function. In the second segment we will see front function.